looking at Ring of Honor's own BJ Whitmer. You're watching Wrestling Run.
Thank you to ROH's BJ Whitmer for that intro card. We appreciate it very, very much.
Yeah, you can go follow BJ Whitmer on Twitter at BJ_Whitmer and go buy his t-shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com/BJ Whitmer.
Yeah, we had a great time at a local show where you got to work with BJ.
Yeah, I got to work with BJ. He's a great guy. Despite how evil he is.
Yeah. Along with his
protege.
His protege, the Beast of Women of Honor.
Yeah,
Miss Kelly Klein.
The only woman of honor who matters, as BJ likes to call her.
Yeah.
Great people.
Great to meet and talk to.
Yeah. So thanks again. We appreciate all the love we get here.
Indeed.
We're going to start off with results like we normally do because we had shows, and I'm going to start you off with a surprise result.
What?
Because Beyond Wrestling had a show, I didn't know what was going down.
Yeah, it was just like hidden.
Yeah, it wasn't in their events page. I don't know what happened, but it did happen. I do know what happened.
Well, tell us what happened.
It was the Greatest Rivals Round Robin Tournament.
Otherwise known as the GRR.
Which last year I think was Busick, Gulak, Tracy Williams, and Zack Sabre Jr.
Yes.
Like all fucking amazing technical wrestlers. This year it was the 4 members of Team Pazuzu.
So it was just violent people.
Chris Dickinson, Jaka, Angel Ortiz, and Mike Drastic.
Right.
Opening match, Mike Drastic defeated Chris Dickinson.
All right.
Second match, Jaka defeated Angel Ortiz.
Okay.
Third match, Angel Ortiz defeated Chris Dickinson.
Okay.
Fourth match, Mike Drastic defeated Jaka.
So they're all at one.
Fifth match, Chris Dickinson defeated Jaka.
2.
Well, no, that's Dickinson's first win.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then in the last match, Angel Ortiz defeated Mike Drastic. So Dickinson and Jaka only got 1 point apiece.
Okay.
While Angel and Drastic both got 2 points. So it's a tie for first and second place.
So
They all won.
it's a good thing they're a tag team.
Yeah. And then we also on Saturday the 13th had CZW's The Boss is Back.
The return of John Zandig.
We opened up with the CZW Tag Team Championships being successfully defended as the Hit Squad defeated Scarlett and Graves. Post-match, the Hit Squad were attacked by Black G's, who was one half of the former Tag Team Champions, TB Reddy.
Oh, yeah.
His partner does happen to be on TV.
TNA.
So I don't know if he's going to be bringing in a new partner to help trying to win the tag team titles back. Could be a blackout reunion because we know they did kind of appear together during Tournament of Death when Zandig made his appearance.
That's true.
Then we had Kurt Robinson defeat Sozio in Sozio's retirement match. Team Tremendous no, I am looking farther ahead in my notes. We have the CWFH Heritage Championship match. This is the showcase match coming in from a different promotion. Peter Avalon defeating Shane Strickland. There was a 4-way, some sort of impromptu match because some of the matches got flipped around because I think Connor Claxton ended up getting injured during the week or last weekend or something. So his tag team match that he was supposed to be in wasn't able to happen. But Flip Gordon defeated Steve Scott, Dan Barry of Team Tremendous, and Chuck Taylor. Jonathan Gresham defeated Dave Christ in a match with David Starr as the special guest referee. The Wire Championship was successfully defended by Leo Rush as he defeated John Silver. The CZW Championship match between Matt Tremont and Joe Gacy went to a no contest due to interference by Greg Excellence. And the main event, Tim Dawson, Alex Collin defeated Ricky Shane Page and Danny Havoc.
Wow.
Now, I'm going to turn things over to you, Mr. Colt.
That's me.
For the end of the G1 Climax.
Yes.
Who is the motherfucking winner?
So there were 3 people tied with 12 points at the end of all the regular tournament matches, that being Hiroki Goto, Tetsuya Naito, and Kenny Omega. But Kenny Omega, having beaten Tetsuya Naito earlier in the tournament in Block B, went to the finals against Hiroki Goto and became the first foreigner to win the G1 Climax.
The first not Japan national person to win the Climax Summit.
So
That's a big thing.
So a big win not only for Kenny Omega but for the Bullet Club, because now the Bullet Club have someone who has a guaranteed IWGP Heavyweight title match somewhere down the line. Current champion being Kazuchika Okada. We'll have to see when Kenny Omega decides to cash that in and take that championship, because you got to think that the Bullet Club.
Can he cash in Money in the Bank style?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've
about
never
these rules.
I've never actually seen a G1 Climax like cash in, or I don't know if it's you got to set a contract or what.
Because I was thinking, what if, not to spoil upcoming shows, but what if he cashes in after Dalton Castle faces Okada at before Dishonor?
I had the same thought. We'll have to wait and see. And so yeah, congratulations to Kenny Omega for being the first foreigner to win the G1 Climax. A very big feather in the cap of Kenny Omega.
You're a cool dude.
And speaking of Ring of Honor, for those of you that don't want to get spoiled for what happens this week,
Look at the time.
Click to that time, because then once you click there in the time thing, you won't get spoiled.
It'll skip you ahead to the next portion of our show.
Indeed. So if you're still listening,
Your fault.
your fault. We open up
Unless
with
you want to know, then
go ahead. Then cool. We open up with one hell of a match. Like, on paper, it looks like a total mismatch, but the chemistry between these two is fucking phenomenal. Lio Rush versus Donovan Dijak.
You know why I say these guys make such a good pair? They're both top prospect winners.
Yeah, the last two guys to win the top prospect tournament.
And you gotta know, the
battle it
top
out.
prospect winners are all just fucking talented guys.
Indeed they are. So I wrote down a couple of these spots because it was fantastic. So Donovan Dijak tries to do like a Beal, and while he's trying to throw him, they're on the outside. So Rush actually jumps up onto the apron, spins around into a Rana, and then gets up and gets in like a conversation or an argument with Prince Nana, shoves Nana down to the ground, gets back in the ring and gets booted by Donovan Dijak. Lio Rush at one point goes for a frog splash as he lands on his feet because Dijak catches him chokeslam style. From the chokeslam, picks him up into fireman's carry, out into a sit-out powerbomb that Lio Rush kicks out of. Had him up for Feast Your Eyes, which Lio Rush turned into a reverse Rana, then did a big spin kick, went for a frog splash, hit it, 1-2, Donovan Dijak kicks out. A tilt-a-whirl into Feast Your Eyes was avoided, rolled into a crucifix pin, and Lio Rush defeats Donovan Dijak. Fucking amazing. So then things just get crazy because Donovan Dijak keeps beating down Lio Rush. Jay White comes out and makes the save.
What a good guy.
And after Jay White, we have Kamaitachi come out and start beating up Jay White.
Jerk.
Because the four of them have a four corners survival match, the winner getting a future ROH World TV title shot. That'll be in my upcoming matches, so spoiler alert for that. But yeah, so that'll be at...
Why don't we just surreptitiously say all the Death Before Dishonor matches before we go to that show?
We might do that. Dalton Castle was cutting a promo, and he ended up getting interrupted by the
mini
cabinet.
horses.
Yeah, that was the only thing he got to talk about was mini horses. So we have...
It's the only thing you need to talk about. Check out Brett and Link's Instagram. It's Mini Horse Monday.
Thanks for that.
Also, check out BJ Whitmer's Twitter at BJ_Whitmer.
Yeah. Or check out his Pro Wrestling Tees at prowrestlingtees.com/BJ Whitmer.
Yeah.
So yeah, the cabinet started making fun of the boys, saying that they do, they're slaves, and he's like, well, they do what I want them to do, and I don't need to be here. They can take care of themselves. So we're looking at a possible 6-man tag match somewhere down the line, which I think would be interesting.
Yeah.
So I talked about last week that the only match that was really set for this week was the Addiction were supposed to defend the tag team titles. And from what I've gathered, it was supposed to be a triple threat match with both War Machine and the Motor City Machine Guns. The Machine Guns are out with injury, so it was turned into just a singles match, or a regular tag team match against War Machine.
A singles tag team match.
Yes. But War Machine got attacked earlier in the day by Shane Taylor and Keith Lee, and just
Good
got
God, yeah.
destroyed backstage. So the Addiction come out, and they talk about how, oh, okay, well, we were supposed to face the Motor City Machine Guns, but they're out. We were supposed to face War Machine, but they're out, so I guess we get a night off. Well, then Roppongi Vice come out and say, well, no, you guys were planning on defending the titles, and we just spent a month in Japan being completely undefeated, so I think that kind of gains us some momentum towards a title shot.
Yeah, why not?
So, you know, they
I've
throw
heard
out,
worse.
they throw out the challenge. Yeah, there's worse reasonings.
I've heard worse logic to get people in title matches.
So, you know, a month undefeated over in Japan.
I put your wife on a cake.
What? Never mind. Don't need to know. But before Nigel could say anything about that, the Young Bucks come out and go, well, actually, you know, we've beat both teams before, and we're the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, so why don't we make this a triple threat match and then put the titles on the line? Nigel unfortunately says that he can't make that happen because, you know, Daniels and Kazarian did sign a contract, but that contract was to face either the Machine Guns or War Machine, not RPG Vice or the Young Bucks. So Nigel makes a tag team match between those other two teams that will get the winner will get a future tag team title shot. So we have RPG Vice taking on the Young Bucks. Fucking spots galore. I couldn't even write them down. They were happening too fast. Awesome match though. Trent gets hit with a running knee and goes for a pin, and Nick actually reverses the pin. As he kicks out, he is able to roll it into a crucifix. So the Young Bucks pick up the win, and they will get a future tag team title shot. And they got attacked by the Addiction afterwards, who were out at ringside. They actually ended up getting super kicks because they decided to talk shit about the Bucks. But yeah, the Addiction.
The Addiction with capital Dick.
Yes. So yeah, the Addiction, you know, making sure that their challengers know what they're all about. And then two really quick promo bits. We had Hangman Page out there talking about how his main focus, despite all these people that he's been hanging with his noose, his main focus has been Jay Briscoe. Because he wants to prove... Jay Briscoe says that he's the most violent guy in Ring of Honor, and Page wants to prove him wrong.
Yeah, Paige knows that Cheeseburger is the most violent guy in Ring of Honor.
Yes. No, not really. He wants to prove that he's the most violent in Ring of Honor.
Oh.
And so he starts talking some trash about how he's going to go to Japan. Him and Yujiro Takahashi were going to take the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles, and then he's going to go to Death Before Dishonor. Spoiling another match here. He's going to prove that he's more violent because him and Jay Briscoe have a no disqualification match.
Oh, shit.
But then they end up brawling and have to get separated, and it's just chaos at that point. Then we finish the show with the contract signing between Jay Lethal and Adam Cole, making this match official. Jay Lethal was a man of very few words, because we had story time with Adam Cole, and he talks, you know, like Adam Cole, just, you know,
Adam Cole talks mad shit.
Pretty much, just, you know, ripping on Jay Lethal, you know, talking about how, you know, he looks great bald after he got shaved, and just all these different things, just to really get under the skin of Jay Lethal. And so Jay Lethal is just getting more and more fed up, and he kind of looks like he's ready to fight because he starts to unbutton his shirt, takes it off, and Nigel's like trying to back him up. He's like, I'm not doing anything, it's fine. And so the first time he grabs the microphone and he looks at Nigel and he goes, hey, show me where to sign this. Is it, you know, show me where I need to sign this. And so Nigel points it out and he signs it, and he doesn't need to say anything else. He slides the contract back to Adam Cole, and as Adam Cole is signing, Jay Lethal, whose only real thing that he wanted to get across to Adam Cole was, usually his matches are about the championship, and this one's about revenge. You know, Jay Lethal is usually very professional when it comes to the in-ring competition, but he has, the competition is a non-factor for him here. He wants revenge for what Adam Cole did to him. So as Adam Cole is signing the contract, he tosses a pair of scissors on the table. and Adam Cole's like, what the fuck? And then Jay Lethal just starts beating the shit out of him. He's got him down. He's like trying to fight his hands. He's got the scissors. He's like cutting just like the tip, like the very ends of Adam Cole's hair. The Young Bucks end up coming out and they pull him out of the ring. And it's just, like Jay Lethal is not fucking around. And I'm so excited to see what him and Adam Cole are able to do in this title match. And I'm really wondering how much red Jay Lethal is seeing at this point. It'll be interesting to see what final.
About that much.
Thank you, Suicide. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what his mindset is going into this match. So now that I've spoiled the majority of
Like half the matches.
Yeah, half the matches. That's it for Ring of Honor. Let's talk about some upcoming shows. Where I'm going to tell you about the rest of the stuff that's happening this Friday at Ring of Honor's Death Before Dishonor 14.
That means there's 13 other ones that happened before this.
Yes. And
There's been a lot of people that died before they were dishonored.
Yes.
At minimum 13.
I forgot I had that upcoming show too, but I'll do that after yours. So yeah, this Friday, live on pay-per-view from Las Vegas, Nevada. That will be Ring of Honor's Death Before Dishonor 14.
Republic of America.
Yes. We have the following matches, most of which I've already told you if you watched my Ring of Honor review. ROH World TV Title contenders for Corner Survival: Lio Rush, Jay White, Donovan Dijak, and Kamaitachi. The grudge match: No DQ, Jay Briscoe versus Hangman Page. We have Team Chaos being represented by RPG Vice and Toriano, taking on the Bullet Club's Guerrillas of Destiny and Yujiro Takahashi. We have the Last Real Man, Silas Young, taking on Katsuyori Shibata, Shibata's ROH debut.
Man Shibata.
That's going to be a physical match. They're going to beat the shit out of each other. We have the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Kazuchika Okada, taking on Dalton Castle. Is there a chance that we see Kenny Omega cash in? Is cashing in an option? Let us know in the comments, because we don't know.
Well, yeah,
for
what do you
sure.
do with your G1 Climax contract?
Yeah, because we'd like to know. And The Addiction will be defending the ROH Tag Team titles in a triple threat tag team title match against Tetsuya Naito and Evil, and the other team of Michael Elgin and Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Hiroshi Takayama.
We have the television title. Mark Briscoe looks to take that away from Bobby Fish. And then, of course, in the main event, Jay Lethal defends the ROH World Championship against Adam Cole.
Baby. Hot damn.
That's on Friday.
Sounds like a good card. You know what else is happening on Friday?
What's happening on Friday?
In Marionette Park, Illinois, we're going to have AAW's Showdown.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to have Ricochet versus Desmond Xavier. We're going to have Murder Inc., that's Eddie Kingston and Homicide. They're going to take on the Hooligans. Team Tremendous take on the team of Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee.
Nice.
We get a 6-person intergender tag team match as Matt Fitchett, Davey Vega, and Heidi Lovelace take on the Killer Colt. That's Dave and Jake Chris along with Jessica Havoc.
Oh, that's terrifying.
AR Fox defends the Heritage Championship against Jack Evans. Chris Hero takes on Shigehiro Irai.
Okay.
That's I.
We're gonna have a Japanese remix.
It's IRIE, so I'm gonna say that's like Irai.
Irai.
And in the main event, we're gonna have John Morrison versus Sami Callihan.
Or Johnny Mundo versus whatever.
I don't remember.
Sami Callihan's Lucha?
I don't remember.
We'll find out when it debuts on September 7th.
Yeah. You know what else is gonna happen on Friday though?
What?
In Joppa, Maryland.
Joppa, Maryland. Oh.
We're gonna have Evolve 66.
That's not the one I thought it was.
No. We're going to have a tag team match starting off with Tracy Williams and Fred Yehi from Catch Point taking on Peter Kasa and Jigsaw. We're going to have a one-on-one match between Ethan Page and Dustin. There's going to be 2 Cruiserweight Classic Showcase matches.
Oh, we like these.
TJ Perkins taking on Cedric Alexander, and
good.
Drew Gulak taking on Tony Nese.
Nice.
Then we're going to have Zack Sabre Jr. versus making his Evolve debut, Cody Rhodes.
Aw, shit.
And in the main event, we've got a no DQ, no holds barred match. Timothy Thatcher defends the Evolve Championship against #1 contender Matt Riddle.
And Matt Riddle making his way through
The whole Evolve roster pretty quick.
Yeah, no, he's definitely carved a path through there. They must think he's got something going.
Yeah, and Evolve, they're not to do one of anything. On Saturday, the 20th, we've got Evolve 67 from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
We're going to have Tony Nese versus Peter Kassah. We're going to have Tommy End versus Matt Riddle, potentially, unless Matt Riddle wins the championship. Then I'm sure he'll probably do something else.
And Tommy End gets a title match.
That'd be cool. I'd be cool with that.
That's what I'm guessing.
Another Cruiserweight Classic Showcase match. We're going to have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Cedric Alexander.
Oh.
We're going to have a 6-man tag match as Catch Point. If I remember correctly, they will be represented by T.J. Perkins, Fred Yehi, and Tracy Williams. And they're going to take on Drew Galloway, Dustin, and Ethan Carter III.
Wow.
And then Cody Rhodes will be having his second ever Evolve match against Chris Hero.
Yes, please.
And in the main event, if he remains the Evolve champion, Timothy Thatcher will be defending against the leader of Catchpoint, Drew Gulak.
That'll be good.
Then on Sunday,
Sunday.
at our friends across the pond, as they say, at Attack Pro Wrestling, they present, thank God, it's not WinterSlam. This is from Cardiff, Wales. We have a few matches, more than last time I covered an Attack Pro show.
Seems like every time we do an Attack Pro, more matches are announced.
Yeah, so we're going to have a 4-corner match between Chris Ridgway, Drew Parker, Danny Jones, and a mystery person. We're having the semifinals of the Attack Pro Championship Tournament.
All right.
Because we're going to have Los Federales Santos Sr. versus Ginger Jesus Mike Bird. And the Prince of Wales, Eddie Dennis, versus the Wild Boar. Those winners, I'm guessing, will go to face each other sometime in the near future to determine the Attack Pro champion. There's going to be another match between the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne versus El Ligero. And if you don't know that much about El Ligero, check it out. He's been having some matches at What Culture Pro Wrestling. And then in the main event, Bayside High will be defending the Attack Pro Tag Team Championships against #CCK.
Well, all right.
But that's not the last upcoming show I have.
Man!
I got one more. Last but not least, we're coming live from Philadelphia at the Wrestle Factory, and it's going to be the first ever live streamed event on Chikaratopia. Chikara presents No One's First and You're Next.
That's a Goldberg reference.
It is. Yeah, this is going to be the first full-on Chikara event that they are streaming on Chikaratopia.
That's cool.
So if you don't have your subscription, why not? It's $7.99 a month. The first week is free. You just go to chikaratopia.com and sign your butts up.
This would be a perfect time to do it because you get the.
There's over 270 Chikara events.
Holy shit!
Available to stream.
And they're currently putting up the current season, are they not?
Yes.
There you
Almost
go.
the entire current season is already up.
So you could start now, and by the time you get through from beginning to end, the rest of this year's stuff and probably more will be up.
Yeah. But let's talk about some of this because this is a big show. A lot of feuds are culminating here right before King of Trios weekend.
It's a live show.
A lot of stuff ending.
Yeah,
so
we're so close to King of Trios.
King of Trios is the first weekend of September.
It's ridiculous.
It's we're going to be starting a lot of stuff afresh then. Talking about a big thing that's been building up for a long time, Oleg the Usurper and his feud / whatever with Sidney Bacabella. Getting out of his contract. We're going to see the first ever one-on-one appearance of Sidney Bacabella's Giant, who tops in at officially the largest person to ever be on the Chikara roster, Abominus Rex, will be facing Oleg the Usurper. Now, it took like 4 or 5 guys to eliminate him out of the Infinite Gauntlet earlier this year. And, like, we know that Oleg is one of the biggest guys on the Chikara roster.
Yeah,
next to
Devastation Corporation.
Yeah, next to Blaster McMassive and Flex Rumble Crunch, Oleg's like the biggest guy.
Yeah.
And Abominus Rex dwarfs Oleg the Usurper.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I think, a big uphill battle for Oleg, which he doesn't have that often, because he usually has the size advantage over most of the Chikara guys.
Yeah, so the one-on-one match will be interesting to see.
Yeah. We're going to have a student versus teacher as Ophidian takes on one of the more recent graduates of the Wrestle Factory, the Hermit Crab.
Cool.
We're going to have a trios match, a little sneak preview of King of Trios weekend, if you will, because Juan Francisco de Coronado
Damn it.
and Prakash Sabar
Okay.
and the Proletariat Boar of Moldova,
I hate when he does that.
representing the United Nations, will take on Team Big Deal,
Yeah!
which is Sloan Caprice, Rick Rowland, and The Big Deal.
Big deal, Dylan Postel.
Then we're going to have The King versus the self-proclaimed King, as Eddie Kingston will finally get to go one-on-one with Jakob Hammermeyer, who's been claiming to be the true King of Chikara.
Yeah, Jakob just...
Been really getting under Eddie Kingston's skin.
He's just been adding to that death warrant he's been writing. And
Yeah.
Now Eddie Kingston's ready to sign it and deliver.
Yeah, now, one of the things I reported last time we had Chikara results was Los Ice Creams cashing in their golden opportunity to
be the
new Campeones de Parejas. Mike Quackenbush has nullified that victory because they came in and they cashed in on a one-fall victory. Which doesn't count because, according to Director Fund Mike Quackenbush, the Campeonatos de Parejas can only be traded in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Which makes sense.
It does make sense. So that they are now vacant. The Campeonatos are now vacant, and they're going to be distributed to the winners of a 4 corners double elimination match. So that means both members of a team have to be eliminated for them to be ineligible to win the championships.
Okay.
So the 4 teams in it are going to be NRG, because they were the reigning champions.
Former champions.
Los Ice Creams,
Technically current champions.
were the reason why this whole fiasco started in the first place. And then there are 2 teams that both have 3 points.
Oh.
The Devastation Corporation won the Tag World Grand Prix earlier this year, and haven't cashed in their points yet. So they still have 3 points.
They haven't
Flex
lost
Rumble
yet?
Club and Blaster McMessin. No, they haven't. I don't think they've had a match together since.
Oh.
Which is a smart way to
was
keep
the
your points.
Tag World Grand Prix just before?
It was in April, I think.
So was it just before Smash Masters' whole like?
I think it was right around the same time. Yeah.
So they've been dealing with some drama. They haven't had time to really team up together.
And the team that won 3 points during last time I was doing Chikara results, Mustache Mountain.
Hey, yeah, the guys that are like all of a sudden back ready for King of Trios and running through the tag division.
Yeah, so they're hoping to maybe get the Campeonatos de Parejas around their waist to give them momentum for Major League Mustache to win the King of Trios.
I mean, can you imagine how confident Dasher Hatfield would feel if all of a sudden he's teaming with the Campeonatos de Parejas?
Absolutely. Heidi Lovelace could be teaming with NRG, and they could be like, 3-time Campeonatos de Parejas, which nobody's ever done.
Really?
Nobody's ever been a 3-time Campeonatos. If I'm incorrect, post in the comments, but I'm pretty sure there's only been a handful of 2-time Campeones.
And this would be Devastation Corporation's 2nd title run.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we have another match that is for all the points, because we have 2 ladies who are sitting at 2 points, which means one is going to go to the top, while the other one goes home with a bag of nothing but dirty socks and beans. Princess Kimberly and Heidi Lovelace both sit at 2 points. And we know they've been having some issues throughout this first half of the season.
Heidi specifically. She's had...
And so one of these ladies is going to have to shatter the dreams of the other one. And it's I don't think it's going to be a pretty one.
No.
And then we're going to have, I believe, I'm not certain, but I believe it's supposed to be a 4-against-4 Atomicos match where Hollowicked and his Hexed Men and Team Hollowicked will go against Team Fire Ant, which was supposed to be, I believe, all 4 members of the colony.
Okay.
But because of what happened recently on Chikara Power Hour, Silver Ant had to be taken out because of an arm injury. So there's now going to be a new 4th member joining Team Fire Ant, I believe. Which Worker Ant in a promo basically hinted it could be like Combat Ant, Devi Ant, Arctic Rescue Ant, or Pinky Sanchez going back to like Pink Ant or Carpenter Ant.
So this thing that you've been talking about for months now could be coming to fruition.
Yes, the whole idea that I said that the Cybernetico is going to be 8-on-8, Hollowicked and the Hexed Men versus
The biggest colony
the
we've
biggest
ever seen.
colony of all time.
I'm down for that.
I've been down for that.
I know you.
And if you're not, I've got 2 words for you.
Anthill.
Too bad. No, we were not on the same page.
No, we were not.
That's what I got for upcoming events. Do you have another one?
I have one more because on Sunday we'll be doing the next. I don't know if they're doing all of the matches that day or if they're spreading it out to their next show. But we'll be this will be at the Tokyo Iraqi Coliseum. This will be the. It says Super.
Tokyo Iraqi Coliseum?
No, Ariake.
Oh.
Ariake.
It's like Tokyo Iraqi.
It'll be
Oh,
this. It's the. It says Super J Cup Finals,
Ah.
but it seems like they're doing the second round and semifinals, and then doing the finals somewhere else. But the 2 matches that I can guarantee that we'll see at that show will be Jushin Thunder Liger versus Taichi. We have Kushida versus Keno, and then we have Reisuke Taguchi versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Will Ospreay versus Matt Sydal. That's the second round. And then we have the semifinals and finals to...
Eventually.
Yeah.
They're going to happen eventually at some point.
Eventually. So
We're not sure when. Their website's just hard to deal with.
So I may have a Super J Cup winner for you next week. I might just be able to tell you who's going to be in the semifinals or the finals. I don't know. That'll technically be a surprise result next week.
Well, not technically, because now they know it's coming.
Surprise, motherfuckers!
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe.
Be sure to check all the links down in the... I don't know where that came from. Click all the links down in the description because there's a lot of them.
It's late.
Including the Twitter handle of one BJ Whitmer. That's at BJ_Whitmer on Twitter. And his Pro Wrestling Tee store is at ProWrestlingTees.com/BJ Whitmer.
Oh.
But then there's...
Did you know he also has a Pro Wrestling Tee store at ProWrestlingTees.com/BJ Whitmer?
Does he have a ProWrestlingTees.com/BJ Whitmer?
He does. He's also got a Twitter account at BJ_Whitmer.
Huh.
Follow him.
There's other links down in the description, though. There's the ones that you see in every single video.
All of our social media outlets that we talk about, the Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, Internet, Twitter, Tumblr.
Our internet links are in the description.
All of those,
actually
the SoundCloud, SoundCloud link
if you want
where
to
you
check
get the
us out,
podcast
podcast
version.
now.
That you get just any news, raw review, SmackDown rundown, and midweek wrap up.
Indeed.
But
then there's other links.
The important ones, though, about the indie news, important links are the links to all the different websites of the independent promotions that we like to talk about, like ChikaraPro.com,
ROHWrestling.com,
AIWrestling.com,
CZWrestling.com,
ProWrestlingGorilla.com,
and a whole ton more.
Tons more. We want to keep adding on to those because we just want these videos to be 2 hours long.
Yeah. If you're not getting enough upcoming shows and results,
like, if
we want to
you
give you more.
Just want to hear more fucking names spewed at you. Post in the comments or to any of those things in the links down below. The Facebook, you can comment to us on Facebook. You can tweet to us at our Twitters.
You can comment here on YouTube.
You can comment on the YouTube. You can comment on our Instagram posts. We'll see all of it. Or send it to the emails, because there's 2 emails down there.
Indeed.
Let us know, what are your favorite independent promotions, and what are your local independent promotions that you really like? Give us links to their Facebook pages, their websites, their Twitter handles, their YouTube pages. And if we check them out with our eyes, and our eyes tell our brains what we're seeing is good, we'll start mentioning them here on the Indie News. And not only will we start mentioning them on the Indie News, but you're going to get a big old shout out from us Because we like to give credit where credit is due. And that's to you if you tell us a good promotion.
That was me doing sign language that wasn't really sign language.
No.
Probably awful.
So, yeah, posts. We want to know, who do you want us to talk about if we're not already talking about just all the important people.
Yeah. And for those of you that are going to plan on checking out the rest of the videos this week, check out that playlist because this is going to be a busy fucking week.
Yes.
Because much like WrestleMania week, when there's all these shows happening, like all the shows we just got talking about, there's SummerSlam week.
Yeah.
And that's this week.
That's
so
like
now,
the other Mania.
yeah, it's like Mania 2. So not only will we have our usual reviews of the Indie News, the Raw review, the SmackDown Rundown, and the Midweek Wrap-Up, not only will we also have our next edition of the Cruiserweight Classic, but...
Which is only available on the YouTube, not on the podcast version.
Exactly. So, in addition to our NXT review this week, we'll be having NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 predictions. And then, 24 hours before it happens, we'll have SummerSlam predictions.
So yeah, we're going to have the normal 4 review videos, CWC, NXT predictions, SummerSlam predictions.
And
a lot of stuff coming at your face holes.
And we might just go crazy and you might get an NXT review the day SummerSlam is on. We don't know. It might happen. We haven't even decided if it's going to happen yet.
Yeah, it's the first time I heard of this.
It just happened in my head, so...
I'm not convinced yet.
Well...
I'm tired just thinking about it.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next. But really, you should check out BJ Whitmer on Twitter at BJ_Whitmer. Or you should buy something from his Pro Wrestling Tees at ProWrestlingTees.com/BJ Whitmer.
Shoyruken. You know what that means?
Nope. Thanks, BJ.
BJ_Whitmer.